There's a few outfits in Cyberpunk 2077 that are fairly elusive as they are only worn for brief moments, hard to obtain, or straight up not obtainable in-game. In this video, I'll be showing you 10 of these secret outfits. And in case it isn't clear, none of these are mods, and these are all outfits that exist within the vanilla version of the game with the Phantom Liberty expansion. As some outfits pertain to certain missions and endings, there will be some spoilers in this video. Let us begin with number 10. These outfits come from the mission The Heist, and yes, I said outfits plural because these are two outfits worn back to back but later lost and no longer wearable. They are the Dirty Militech suit and the Ruined Militech suit. At the beginning of the heist, before even setting off to Konpeki Plaza, you are required to put on a Militech suit provided by T-Bug. In the middle of the heist, you eventually crash and fall through the roof. At this point, the game will put a dirty version of the suit on your character. Then, when you end up in the landfill after being shot by Dex, the dirty suit is replaced by this outfit, which is called the Ruined Militech suit. It's basically the same as the dirty suit, but the suit jacket has been removed. You wear this from the time you wake up at the landfill until you end up at Victor's with Takamura. After that, this outfit is replaced by the bandage wraps, which you do get to keep. Every player will have worn these suits, but without thinking much about it, you may not have realized that it changed throughout the mission. At number 9, we have the Arasaka space suit. During the epilogue mission Path of Glory, V prepares to conduct a heist at the Crystal Palace, a massive multi-purpose space station used by all space-capable nations. V wears an Arasaka branded spacesuit during it. As V has to put on the helmet before the cutscene plays, there are two versions of the suit. One with the helmet and one without. Interestingly, the helmet is also itemized as a separate piece. I wish we could have kept the suit if you chose to go back to the point of no return. As this is from one of the endings of the game, it's possible that some players have never seen it before. At number 8, we have the hospital gown and FIA-issued garments. Once again, these are two outfits worn back to back, which is why I've grouped them together. These are from the Phantom Liberty expansion, which added a new ending to the game known as the Tower. In this ending, the NUSA are able to use a neural matrix to separate Johnny's engram from V. This unfortunately puts V into a 2-year coma, and during V's time at the hospital, they are placed in a hospital gown. I think a similar gown is worn during the Arasaka ending, although I'm not 100% certain it's the same one. Anyways, once V wakes up, they are allowed to return to Night City, and the final cutscene reveals V in a basic outfit, which is the simple FIA-issued garments. I always thought they just threw on a bunch of generic clothes from the base game, but it turns out this was a specially made outfit for this scene. At number 7, we have the Prologue Outfits. You may be surprised to learn that there are life path dependent outfits that V will briefly wear for a few seconds during the 6-month time skip. They are known as V's informal outfit, V's nomad outfit, and V's urban outfit. I especially like the urban outfit as the jacket has the same picture that's on V's favorite shirt. At number 6, we have the Trauma Team outfit. This is one you might have seen in other YouTube videos before, but is still pretty uncommon despite being obtainable in-game. In order to unlock this outfit, you must beat the high score in the arcade game Trauma Drama. Normally this is hard as shit, so I used a mod to drastically decrease the score requirement. This will launch into a mission called Career Opportunities, where you'll be sent to apply on their website and then head to the medical center to scan in and pick up your suit. Now for whatever reason, I can't get this one to display. Probably one of my mods has fucked it up. So unfortunately I don't have any photos of my own to show you. It is noticeably missing front armor, so it does look a bit strange compared to the trauma guys you see in the open world. At number 5, we have the Roach Whisperer outfit. This is yet another arcade game prize, this time for beating the high score of Roach Race. It's not as cool as the Trauma outfit, but is a snazzy cowboy outfit nonetheless. Also, I don't believe there's a special mission tied to this one, and you'll just get sent a care package to your apartment. At number 4, we have the Project Cynosure Hazmat suit. This is a hazmat suit that can be found somewhere in the Cynosure facility during the Phantom Liberty mission Somewhat Damaged. Under normal circumstances, you'd be busy shitting your pants whilst running away from the Cerberus controlled by Somi. Unlike the other hazmat suits in the game, it comes with a really cool mask, although the arms being exposed is quite stupid. The detailing on this suit is very good, and it's a shame that it's not only buried late in the DLC, but in a part that players can't freely explore. At number 3, we have the NUS Infiltrator Outfit. Once upon a time, around the release of Phantom Liberty, Cyberpunk had Twitch drops to promote the expansion on the streaming platform. The NUS Infiltrator outfit was available as a watch time reward, while an iconic version of the Ashura was available for the price of 2 Twitch subs, which I believe at the time would have been around $10 US. Quite the sum for an iconic weapon, I must say. But focusing on the outfit, this is the first one on the list to consist of individual pieces. It's cool that you can equip certain pieces of the outfit, but I heard that the drops were timed and didn't all coincide with each other, so players could miss out on some of the parts. While the outfit contains gloves, they sadly do not show up in game. Like the Cynosure hazmat suit, the detailing is fantastic. I suspect this is one that a lot of players have never even heard about, and they have yet to be re-released. At number 2, we have the Kang Tao Lab Suit. While this outfit is fairly unremarkable, it is very odd in that it's the only hazmat style suit you cannot obtain in the game. Without reading the game's wiki, there's literally no reason to even know this item exists. The NCPD, Arasaka, and Militech all have hazmat suits that you can find as loot in the game, although they may not drop too frequently. This item is notably called a lab suit, while all the other ones are referred to as hazmat suits. Maybe there was some kind of mission where this outfit had some kind of functional mechanic, sort of like the Corp Bud uniform during the mission The Killing Moon. The item code begins with SQ021, giving us a hint of the side quest it was meant to come from. According to the game's wiki, the side quest with the code 021 is the river quest, The Hunt. Perhaps originally you were supposed to raid a Kang Tao lab instead of the NCPD's. At number 1, we have Joshua's prison outfit. Joshua Stevenson is the character that the Sinnerman questline revolves around. The jumpsuit he wears is available as clothing for both male and female V. In accordance with the item code, the jumpsuit appears to be loot tied to the mission. However, I haven't been able to see it outside of using the console to spawn it in. I came across an old walkthrough page saying that Joshua drops this item if you kill him, but I tried that recently and he did not. Maybe my game was just bugged, or maybe he used to drop this before they reworked clothing and armor stats in patch 2.0. Anyways, there we have 10 outfits that you may not have known about in Cyberpunk 2077. If you have any additional info about any of these outfits, or about outfits that weren't covered in this video, then feel free to comment about them below. That does it for this video. Thanks for watching.